Hi everyone. Today, we would be sharing some information on what is a health claim and how you can ensure that your health claim is well supported with quality evidence. At the end of this video, we hope you will be able to understand what is a health claim for use in complementary health products, or CHP. Additionally, we hope that you would learn how to identify the type of evidence required to ensure your health claim holds weight, and prepare the supporting data accordingly.
Good morning, Henry. What are you busy with?
Hey Phoebe. I am trying to find supporting evidence for the health claims we wish to market our new product for. However, there is so much information online, I am not quite sure which exactly would count as good quality evidence.
Hi guys. I agree with Henry. I have also been looking into the health claims we want to make for our new product. I do hope our product can deliver what it promises. It would be terrible for consumers to spend money in purchasing our product, only to realize it does not help them.
Indeed, Charles. It is essential that consumers continue to trust the products we sell as quality products. What do you intend to market the new product for?
The new product contains fish oil, which I heard has effects on helping memory. I do plan to use these health claims relating to memory and cognition. It would sell so well in this examination season for students. Perhaps, we can even call it Think Bright.
I am not quite sure if that would be in line with HSA's requirements though. We have to ensure that the claims must be consistent with the scope of a CHP too.
And of course, I would still have to make sure that we find quality evidence to support these claims.
Firstly, let us understand what is a health claim. A health claim refers to any message or representation made on a product in relation to its indications, benefits, or action. They can be stated directly or inferred indirectly from the labeled indications, graphics, logos, product, and brand name. Whether these are acceptable would require consideration of the context of these claims, when viewed in entirety with the labeled health claims. Let us look at Think Bright as our example, that Phoebe, Henry, and Charles from Future Farm were discussing about earlier. Looking at Think Bright, these would constitute the health claims of the product. When formulating your product's health claims, here are some do's and don'ts to keep in mind. It is important to know that when phrasing a health claim, there must be an action and a target. An action describes the effect of the ingredient or product, for example, support, aid, improve. A target describes the function, biological activity, physiological process, or a non-serious medical condition. Some examples of these are immune system and cognitive function. Health claims must also be scoped to the working definition of a health supplement, traditional medicine, medicated oil and balm or medicated plaster, respectively. Health claims must not be directly or indirectly labeled or promoted for the prevention or treatment of any of the 19 conditions specified in the Schedule of Medicines Act, such as cancer or diabetes. Health supplements also must not make claims relating to any specific medicinal purpose. The health claims of the product should be displayed prominently on the product label. This enables consumers to have clarity on the intended purpose of the product to meet their specific health concerns. Now, let us look again at Think Bright's proposed product label.
Charles, are your proposed health claims in line with the do's and don'ts of making a health claim that HSA has shared?
Yes, I do think so. Think Bright's health claims have an action and target and are consistent with the scope of a health supplement for supporting a normal physiological function. They also do not mention any medical conditions.
Looks like we are on the right track. Now it is over to you, Henry, to see if these health claims do hold weight.
Now that the health claims for Think Bright have been correctly stated, it is time to see if they are fact or fiction. Let us proceed to help Henry delve through his stacks of evidence and determine which would constitute quality evidence, and if ThinkBright's claims can be supported. All health claims made must always be substantiated by quality evidence that are relevant to the claims. The evidence should be held by the dealer at all times, and provided to HSA if requested for. Just because a health claim is listed in the list of health claims published by HSA does not preclude the requirement for quality evidence to be held to support the respective claim made.
Now, what exactly would HSA count as quality evidence?
The first place to source for information on evidence for health claims are regulatory references supporting its health use. We can check if our health claim has been assessed by regulatory authorities or scientific bodies. The European Food Safety Authority publishes a register of nutrition and health claims, of which those with authorized status may be referred to. Health Canada also publishes monographs for health claims, which are allowed for specific ingredients in their natural health products. In this case for ThinkBright, Health Canada's fish oil monograph is referenced to determine if claims on supporting cognitive function is documented. Based on ThinkBright containing 1,250 mg EPA and 1,200 mg DHA per day, use for supporting cognitive health and brain function is allowed. Another source of acceptable evidence reference would be from literature sources, such as pharmacopoeias and materia medicas. Lastly, when regulatory and literature evidence is not available, scientific evidence from human studies may be used. Scientific data should be derived from observational or interventional human studies. It is important to note that information from open internet sources such as Google, Wikipedia, product websites and blogs, personal testimonials or endorsements, and solely animal or in vitro studies would not be considered as acceptable evidence to substantiate claims. The scientific uncertainties involved in extrapolating human health benefits from non-human data would limit their usefulness. Finding a well-designed human study that matches your product's claims is of paramount importance. It will provide information on the strengths and limitations of the study's findings, to draw an unbiased conclusion from. There are a range of factors that influence a product's health effect. Evidence sourced should be reviewed based on these factors for your product. Let us take an example of a human study as scientific evidence. From a randomized controlled trial examining DHA supplementation effect on memory and reaction time, to work through the factors that should match the product ThinkBright. Firstly, we need to identify the study objective. What endpoint does the study examine? Does this endpoint match the health claim we are trying to support? The paper is clearly stated to examine improvement in episodic and working memory with the use of DHA. This would match the use in ThinkBright for supporting memory recall. Secondly, is the population studied the same as the target consumer group for your product? Studies performed in a population with Alzheimer's disease, for example, would not suffice to support the claim on cognition and memory in ThinkBright. This is because the mechanism of action in the disease population may differ from that of the general population. There is also a potential confounding role of the medication used in the disease population that may contribute inadvertently to the results produced. Coming back to our earlier example study, it is performed in healthy human subjects with no diagnosed medical condition and not on medication. It would be able to support the consumer population in ThinkBright. Lastly, we also need to look at the dose amount, period, and route. Is the ingredient amount studied the same as that in your product? Is the study conducted over a sufficient period of time? If the product is intended for long-term supplemental use, then the study should be of sufficient duration to establish a meaningful sustained response outcome that a conclusion can be drawn from. Is the route of administration of the test ingredient the same as that in the product? For example, a study that administers a test substance intravenously would not be suitable for an orally consumed supplement. Coming back to our example study, it examines 1,160 mg DHA per day via oral consumption, over a 6-month-long period of study. It can be used to support the dose amount, period, and consumption route as used in the product. Now that we have established the example paper to be relevant to ThinkBright for referencing from, we now need to see if the outcome actually shows significant results to support our claim. Do the results support the proposed claim? Are the differences reported between placebo and test groups statistically significant, which means they are not likely due to random chance or potential confounders? There is intergroup comparison made that shows significant results that DHA supplementation is able to aid in the improvement of memory. The claim on memory and cognitive support in ThinkBright can be supported. We must ensure the quality of our product before supplying it to the consumers, and health claims substantiation is one of the steps in doing so.
Henry, it seems like you have gotten it sorted out as to which evidence is factual and of good quality.
Yes. It was such a relief to know how to make sure the health claims we want to market ThinkBright for holds weight, and that consumers would be able to trust Future Pharm's products.
We hope this video has helped you understand what is a health claim and how to phrase it, and also learn more about claim substantiation of a CHP ingredient. For more information, please visit the HSA website and refer to the guidelines for claims and claims substantiation, as well as the list of health claims. The guidelines and claims list can also be accessed using the QR code in this video.